every day you tell me how beautiful I am. And there's just something that makes me feel nice about that. Like, there's something really sweet about that. It's to be like, I mean, we've been together for what, almost 12 years?
Yes.
It'll be 12 years in February. There's not a day that goes by that you haven't said that to me.
Well.
You know, and there's just something nice, you know, being complimentary.
And maybe someday that'll stop. But for the past 12
hopefully
years,
sooner than later.
every day, you are beautiful.
Thank you.
You do make me horny. It's important to tell somebody that.
Do you have...
Tell someone if they make you horny, bud.
Yeah.
Life is short. Always tell... Come on, man. That gave me the title.
Welcome to our podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
Let me hear back God say.
God is all we come. This is how we do. This is how we do.
Let's have the man and who's cool that. Hey, the man at long ago. How they had been a little. Anyway, great song. Can't hear myself. Probably not plugged in.
Great. Mike's never ready. I don't know if the actual soundboard though is plugged in. You guys, welcome to our podcast.
Oh, you don't know if this is plugged in?
Uh-huh.
Well, there's one easy way to find out.
Yep, there it is. God damn, I'm good. You guys, what can I say?
Welcome to the goddamn show. This is Welcome to our podcast, the oldest living podcast.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
Maybe top 500.
Maybe top 5.
Top 500 oldest living podcasts. This is Welcome to our podcast, where a comedian and a hairdresser talk about your relationship to stuff. I'll give you an example. To my phone, my power thing on my phone was not accepting power. The power thing on my phone was not accepting power. And so I looked up online how to clean out the gunk from your power thing. It's like the belly button of your cell phone.
Disgust.
And they said, take a toothpick and lightly scrape around the edges of the power adapter.
Disgust.
Okay, and I did that, so schmutz fell out. And now it's charging all nice. And that's very, very helpful for me. And that's something that you could do at home. Helpful tip.
Do you have any lens cleaner over
So
there?
that is about my relationship to grossness and my phone. And that's a perfect example of like a question to ask the podcast.
Do you have schmutz in your belly button of your phone?
That's us waiting for an answer. Dude, whenever you have a question for us, just imagine us waiting for an answer like this. That's us waiting for you to finish your answer.
Well,
anyway, thank you so much for coming. Zoe?
Mike?
Did you have something that you wanted to ask me about lens cleaner?
Do you have one of those wipes?
I just saw a
bunch.
Those
wipes.
I just saw a bunch and I can't remember where I saw them. Why don't we have another podcast where we just look for stuff that we think we've lost around the house?
I know. It would be so nice, but I know exactly where they are.
Well, if you tell me, I'll go get one.
No, but I didn't want to have to get up. If there was one conveniently located here,
yeah,
then I'd say, okay, let me grab it. But we all know how I feel about dirty lenses.
You know what else you can grab?
Tickets. Mike Falzone, Hollywood Improv.
Let's see how many you know. How many do you think that you know?
September 1st. Okay, that's in a couple days.
Yeah.
That's in 3-4 days.
Well, if you're not doing anything on the 29th and the 30th.
I don't know those ones.
The 29th there. I'll fill in the blanks.
Okay.
There's a Valley Poppins at the Green Room on Ventura.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
420 friendly environment.
420.
Where
Walked
comedians...
walked in, got a contact tie with Nick Hamilton last week.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's an option.
Yes.
On the 30th, I'm at the Motoring Club. Do I know where that is? No, but I'm excited about it with JF Harris and Lauren Peak and a bunch of other homies. You should roll through that one if you can. Then go ahead, Zoe.
And then I don't know anything until September 20th.
September 1st.
Well, I already said that one. September 1. Surrounded.
Are we
Hollywood
in a fight?
Improv.
Are we in a fight?
Hollywood Improv. You can get your tickets. Doors are at 7:30.
The
Show's
5th?
at 7:30. I'm
The
sorry.
5th, we got another Valley Poppins.
5.
And I just bought a spotlight, so you got to come out to make it worth it. It was too much money. You ever buy a spotlight?
Nope. But I do know what it's like taking up room in my house.
On the 6th, Motherland, which I wrote as Motherlang because I have that in Los Feliz.
Los Feliz.
Motherland is an awesome show. It's run by my friends. It's going to be a good time. The 7th, I'm at the Crow in Santa Monica. The 13th, I'm at Westside Comedy Theater at 7:30 in Santa Monica, one of my favorite venues of all time. Zoe, 20th.
The 20th, the Stress Factory Comedy Club in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Tickets are flying off my
They're
ass.
flying up his ass.
Tickets are flying up my ass.
Into his ass. You guys, September 21st. Also, Mike is doing a Surrounded at The Stand in New York City. Y'all, I'll be there.
Yeah. All that week I'll be at the Stand.
Great.
But there's only one
Surrounded.
show. There's
my
only
God.
one
Surrounded.
Oh.
Show. Oh.
The 26th, I'm back for Valley Poppins. The 27th, I'm in Long Beach. Bow, 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 bow. So do 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 do. Sublime.
I like it.
At Quesada for Bear City. And then the 30th, I'm hosting New Joke Night in the Valley Room of the Comedy Store. On the 3rd, another Valley Poppins there. On the 4th of October, yes, on the 4th of October, I'm at the Setup in Santa Monica. On the 15th of October, I'm doing Surrounded at the Siren Theater in Portland. Man,
yeah.
do I have some plane tickets to buy.
I'll be there too.
And which is a great reminder for the Patreon. If you wanna be part of the
Patreon.com
Patreon.
is a virtual tipping and rewards website where you give us a little bit of your hard-earned cash and we call out your name for the $10 group.
Yes, at the end of every episode since the beginning of time. Yes. Sorry the
Yes.
intro took so long.
That's okay.
But sometimes we do this and we get into conversation where like we didn't say any of the business stuff.
No, we didn't.
And we don't have a good excuse because we don't have ads on this show.
Right.
So not doing it is only hurting the family business and nothing else.
Right.
You look beautiful today.
Thank you. I don't feel beautiful. I've been still dealing with this fucking stupid ass laryngitis, cold, stupid shit.
Sure.
And now it's like it's all like moved from like my nose and throat into like my nose and into my throat.
You think you have the Mucinex goblins in your
Yeah,
body?
man. They're like, let me get her.
Why are they always wearing little hats?
I don't know.
That just proves how unlikable. Am I crazy or did I imagine a Mucinex commercial where the little guy's like wearing a little hat,
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
like a shitty fedora?
Let me get into your nose and mouth.
And then that is how unlikable those hats are. They were like, put the hats on the mucus.
They're like, don't wear a hat.
Anyway, when I went to go grab one of the toothpicks, I knocked over the little thing of toothpicks, and there were good news is we had so many.
Bad news is they're probably still on the floor.
Yes, had a real Rain Man moment where I was like, I dropped 73 toothpicks just now. And then I was looking at the toothpicks. Let me see if I have an example. This isn't like ordinary, average, everyday toothpick pointing at both ends, little piece of a stick. Did you ever take a look at these?
Yeah, I bought them.
Do you see this side?
Yes.
How delicately carved,
Fangs.
like a banister this is. Man, let me tell you two things about the people who just moved upstairs. A little loud, learning how to play guitar. So these toothpicks are carved like a little banister.
Yes.
I have never wanted to see an episode of how it was made more than this.
I'll look it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for buying these toothpicks.
You're welcome.
You did a great job. I'm sorry most of them are elsewhere now. Elsewhere is my favorite Disney princess.
You did pick them up, though, yeah?
Most of them.
Okay.
All the ones that I could see.
All right.
Were picked up, and even if they were on the floor, they're back in the toothpick container. So if you come over and you get some shit in your teeth, I would suggest figuring it out.
You didn't throw them out?
I didn't throw them out, no.
You put them back in?
Yeah, but they're mixed in with all the clean ones, so everybody gets a fair shot. And this show's about
feel
your
very warm
relationship.
right now. That literally just made me warm.
Well, they didn't fall on the toilet. They fell on the counter.
That's different. The counter's clean. I know that the counter's clean.
Every day the counter's clean.
Clowners.
Welcome to the circus. I love you guys very much. I'm ready to receive any questions that we have.
Oh, you're ready now. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Mike Falzone is ready. Mike's ready. Mike Falzone is now ready. So let's let Mike Falzone receive these questions.
First of all, I can go elsewhere.
Yes.
If you don't want to hang out with me today, I'll gladly go elsewhere. I'll give everyone the time and space they need.
You guys, we still got some calls from the Discord.
Hold on, can you do it again?
Calls from the Discord. I've got a 3-in-1 question. Are you ready?
Do we have time? Yes. I'm ready.
As a kid, did you ever picture yourself physically as an adult?
I thought you were going to say picture your nose and eat it.
Imagine.
Anyway, go ahead.
Do you now look like what you pictured? If you don't, what do you think you'd look like?
That is very...
What did you think you would look like?
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Great question. Do you look like what you pictured yourself looking like? I think I do, especially there's this one picture that I have of myself from the first time me and Olin did a stand-up show in Nashville, when we did it in that big like church room. Do you remember that? Never mind. There's this fucking picture I have of myself, and I was like, that's exactly how I think I look, at least at that point. I think the only difference between how I thought I would look as a kid and now is probably big, huge muscles, and I was probably 6'3". Other than that, like, I have tattoos. I have a cool beard. I think maybe I always wanted a jawline, and I don't have that, so now I have a beard.
I don't know. I think you would have a jawline.
I think I always wanted a beard. I always thought that they were cool, but then I would look at my like high school face and I would be like, oh, that sucks that I'm never going to get to have that.
That's not true.
How do you know what I said to myself in high school?
Well, no, but I'm saying like you do have that, because even when I met you, your beard was like really, really short, and you had like a jawline, and
I was also skinnier.
That's what made me.
I was skinnier when we started courting each other, and by courting I mean doing sex on top and sometimes to the side of.
Okay. That's gonna stop now.
Leave it in
forever.
No, please, I have nothing else.
Please.
Do you look like how you thought you would look as a small?
Yeah, I imagine myself to be thin and taller for sure, but you can't
have it all.
You can't deny a donk, you know.
Can I say something about how you look as it compares to the childhood version of me? And I've told you this before. You're kind of what I always imagined when you start to picture the person that you want to be with for the rest of your life. Yeah. You look like that. Mm-hmm. Was she taller?
You're
yeah.
welcome.
But so was I.
Yeah.
She was taller, but so was I. Fantasy us. Fantasy us is just us, stronger and taller.
Yeah. A bit more physically fit.
Huh. We should get a gym membership so we could be us.
Yeah, I'm gonna get expansion surgery too.
You're gonna get different knees, tall knees.
Yeah.
When they put the Nike Air in between your knee cartilage.
Yeah. Just like, get a spring in my knee caps.
Hi, doctor. How do I do 3 more inches?
Yeah.
And before you say what you're gonna say, I mean to my back or knees.
Yeah, I think I would like 3 inches would be perfect.
3 inches is perfect. You heard it here. I love this show, man. I love doing this with you.
Yucky.
Oh, you got a little cough?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I look like I thought I would as an adult. You know, my mom has green eyes and blonde hair.
Yes.
And I always wanted at least lighter eyes.
Stunning.
She is. My mom's a fucking babe.
Stone Cold Fox.
And I've always wanted like lighter eyes. I think that was like my biggest thing, and I thought that maybe they would change as you get older, but then I turned 13 and I was like, no, I'm stuck with shit brown eyes.
You always say you have shit brown eyes. I knew that was coming, but they suit your head very well.
They suit my shitty attitude.
Brown eyes, but you are, I don't know if I don't know if I have a super preference towards eyes. I like nice eyes. I like interesting eyes.
Yeah.
But your eyes are so nice that they fit in your head good.
Thanks. Like when my friend Jackie always tells my sister Violta that she has pots of honey as her eyeball colors.
Violta does?
Violta.
Because she has light brown eyes?
Yeah, dude.
That's
like
nice.
Violta's got really pretty color brown eyes, and so does Violet.
And
then me and
those.
Teresa have like the darker brown. My brother has really dark brown eyes too.
Sure.
But I was so shocked because my mom and all of her sisters light hair, light eyes.
Yeah.
My grandmother has like the craziest blue eyes.
So you thought you would have that growing
Yeah,
up?
I was hoping so. But my niece got really cool eyes. She's got like a cool like gray green.
Sometimes coolness skips a generation, I guess.
Well, they can't all be this cool.
Interesting. Shots fired at Kaylee. Thank you.
Thank you.
For looking like that.
Thank you for looking like that. See, I figured if I couldn't have cool eyes, I'd marry somebody with cool eyes.
And you did. Mm-hmm. And you did. Mm-hmm. How obnoxious could I be? Dude, I was looking in, probably shouldn't say this out loud in Hollywood, but I was getting my ears lowered by you the other day. And I was looking in the mirror, and I was like, I have 2 different sized eyes, and it's not even close, I don't think. And maybe it's just one of those things that you notice about yourself. And I think I'm always smiling and squinting, so you never know. But if I was like,
everyone has one eye's closed more than the other.
you say that, but yours are nice.
No, yes, they are.
Starting
Mine
to notice now and getting grossed out.
Yeah.
Wonky.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Look at this wonky couple.
Get a couple drinks in me. My sister gets really bad, like
Give you
lazy
2
eye.
margaritas. Oh yeah.
When she's wasted. It's just very funny.
Dude, I think I'm starting to get, this is bad. This is bad. And this is, thank God it goes with the show, because it's my relationship sometimes to myself and to other people. Dog. I could feel sometimes when I'm out and I'm not super interested in what the person is saying, that I think I look weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are my eyes doing?
Yeah, no. I've been so aware of that lately that I
what
can't
is
even
that?
begin to tell you. Because of what I do for a living, we hear all kinds of stories, right?
Yeah.
And we're in a small little studio, so we hear each other's conversations all day long.
Yeah.
And sometimes
your eyes cross and you're cutting like the lamp.
God damn, there's some days where people are telling stories and I'm just like rolling my eyes, and I I have to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Like I have to stop. But I've also noticed I got stuck in conversation a couple of weeks ago.
That's how real you are, dude. Jackie's like that. That's how real you are. And you're one of your best friends is. I've watched both of you guys not be able to hide your emotions in very like, this is what it is situations. And I think it's beautiful. And also it's kind of an indicator to let me know how it's okay to feel. Not outwardly.
Yeah.
But it is good and it is admirable because no one ever calls you out on it because it's so like, it's so honest that they're like, maybe my story was bad. Dude, but at least
such a
yours
bad
is
trait though.
Yes.
No, because like somebody will start saying something
Honesty.
to me and I'll be like, is this motherfucker for real? And I'll literally give them the...
People need that though. People need that though. Dude, but here is the thing. Your thing is at least an attitude based exchange of energy. My thing is like, I think I go cross-eyed when I'm not super interested in what you're saying. So it's like my eyes are trying to leave the conversation.
What are you saying right now?
Yeah. My eyes are like talking to each other.
Yeah.
About
get out
like,
of here. Just leave right now. Leave this conversation.
We gotta get out of here.
We gotta go.
Let's go down through the nose, I guess.
Shutting down.
Seems like there's some room.
Let's shut it down.
Fuck yeah, dog.
But there was, I found it out of this conversation and I basically just beelined it. And I left you high and dry and Heather high and dry.
I was there for this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, you just left. And I was like, yes. Like, no, I'm sorry. No, none of that. I just said yes.
It's exhausting to be out. It's exhausting to be out. And when I'm out at the clubs, as I often am, I always have it in my heart to talk to everybody. But sometimes it's like, we work really hard during the day.
Yeah.
And then it's like my job and our job when you come with me is like, you got to be on for everyone.
Yeah.
It's like for a most part, an entertainer and especially a stand-up comedian, like your job starts at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But we've been doing shit all day and exhausted all day.
Yeah.
And then we get to 5 and then it gets to 11:30. And I'm like, I don't want to be in this conversation with you at all.
No, yeah, because at that point you're just like, you're shutting down. Like your body is saying no more.
Yeah.
No more, because I've been up since 6 a.m. I've been doing shit all fucking day since.
What you're saying is bullshit.
Yeah. I can't even, like, how many drinks have you had? You sound fucking stupid. And I cannot with this fucking, this conversation right now.
Dog, let me tell you something else. Everybody watching and listening to this right now has a relationship to when they know somebody else is being fake. Your body chemically does something whenever you're able to recognize that somebody else is being not genuine.
Yeah.
Dog, that feeling at 11:30, 12 at night when you're already done, like on social battery, is intolerable.
Yeah, stop fucking wasting my time.
I've walked away mid-conversation from people because I'm just like, you're not being authentic. Yeah. That's all right. You figure shit out. Yeah. I don't have a spot on this bus.
Stop wasting my time.
Stop wasting my time. Figure out who you are. I gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm so bad. I did it last week at work.
Yeah.
And my client caught me because I was listening to somebody say something behind me. I can't even remember. But like I heard them say like a few sentences and I just was like like audibly, like, but my back was to them so they couldn't see me, like the person speaking.
Yeah.
And my client just literally looked up like this at me and I was like, fuck.
Right.
And I was like,
right.
You know, like whatever, and like doing whatever. But it's so bad. And then it's even worse. Like, this is why a lot of the time people are like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. Like when I go to your shows and stuff, right? It's so hard for me to rally after a long day of talking to somebody. And I know that you understand.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't. And I would never, ever fault you for that because of how exhausting it is.
Right. And then it's like, I've been on my feet all day. I've been talking all day. And then to go and sit and like talk to people before and after a show, like the only thing I want to do is get home and put on my pajamas or just get naked. Like I don't want to hear, see, or anything. Like even on the nights that you're out and I'm home alone, the TV doesn't even go on most of the time.
Yeah, same. That's why we don't watch anything in this house, because I did it last night because we had like a date set aside, and we were like, we're gonna chill and we're gonna watch a movie tonight, and then no movie.
No,
the shit wasn't even on.
No,
like let's just be quiet.
But we still had a really nice night.
Yeah,
just being together.
It was.
Why did that get awkward?
It was just, yeah, we both had a nice night.
Maybe next question. Hey Mike, what are some green flags in a relationship?
Some green flags?
Green flags. Go. A good go.
What are some good goes in a relationship?
Communication.
Listening. Yeah, no, that counts as yours.
Yeah.
Like real genuine connection is nice. When you, like, I've had girlfriends in the past where it's
no,
like,
you haven't.
Yeah. Have you seen my eyes?
I hate you so much right now.
They're crossed.
They're about to be gone.
Stop it.
So your eyes.
I remember talking to people, for everyone I've ever had a long-lasting, meaningful relationship with, I could talk to for a long time. So a green flag would be being able to, like, you get out of work and you can't wait to talk to that person, and then you could talk for a while.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think good communication. I think setting time aside, and follow through of setting time aside, right?
People who don't flake 1,000 times.
Right. Who don't cancel, who don't,
Yo, if you're, I know I've said this before, but if you're like courting someone, and they're like, this time's not going to work for me, this time's not going to work for me, this time's not going to work for me, give them 2 or 3 and then be out.
Yeah. There's no reason why you should be wasting your time on somebody who doesn't want to. You okay?
I was trying to hold in a cough because you were on your way to making a really nice point. I couldn't do it. I know, dude. It was like trapped in my head. Like when a cartoon character like swallows dynamite. Yeah. Please take that and then make a little smoke come out of my ears like I swallowed dynamite.
Yeah.
Do you have any other green flags?
Someone that's funny. Someone that's complimentary. I know that sounds so like...
No, people need that.
Like every day you tell me how beautiful I am. And there's just something that makes me feel nice about that. Like, there's something really sweet about that. It's to be like, I mean, we've been together for what, almost 12 years?
Yes.
It'll be 12 years in February. And like, there's not a day that goes by that you haven't said that to me.
Wow.
And there's just something nice, being complimentary.
And maybe someday that'll stop. But for the past 12
hopefully
years,
sooner than later,
every day, you are beautiful.
Thank you.
You do make me horny. It's important to tell somebody that.
Do you have...
Tell someone if they make you horny, bud.
Yeah.
Life is short. Always tell... Come on, man. That gave me the title. You know for a fact we're just going to get... Here's what we do, dude. Sometimes we have fun conversations, fun clippable conversations. And then they end like that. And that's like, you don't have a spot in the algorithm. If your sense of humor is mostly contingent upon being horny.
I don't know. There's a lot of hoarding things on the internet.
I know, but they're not actively pushed.
Sure.
They're sought out.
Sure. I've got another idea for whatever.
Okay.
What else?
We'll do one more.
Do you have any other?
Those are all mine. It's mainly, every other one is going to be more, those were my gut reaction.
More vain ones for me?
No.
Someone
just
that smells
more...
good. Someone that doesn't have gingivitis.
Smelling good is very important.
Yeah. There's something sexy about somebody smelling good.
Do you like cologne or no?
Yeah.
Some people are very anti-cologne.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very pro one splurt of cologne.
Yeah. Yeah.
One splurt of cologne to the back.
Mike gives it one ksk.
Yeah, and then I'm out. No triple, no like wrists, neck, back.
Mike's like ksk in the air and walks through it.
I kiss it.
The essence.
I spray it in the air. I kiss it once.
He gives it a...
That's 100% right.
Mm-hmm. All right, last one. All right, and then we're out. Okay? I'm out.
Look at this little banister-looking motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. I'm turning 21 soon.
Congratulations.
What general advice do you have for someone who is overall confused and feels very behind in life?
Doesn't matter because you're not gonna... You're 21. And you're gonna feel like that regardless of what we say. Still going?
Not being in a relationship, not being in a place to start cosmetology school yet, seeing people I graduated with, engaged, married, and having babies, etc. First of all, you're 21. You're still a fucking baby.
21 is the oldest baby you could be.
Yeah.
23 is the second oldest baby.
Yeah.
22 is nothing.
22 is like a void.
22 is the most nothing age.
Yeah.
22 is like being 14 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
22 and 14 are the same.
22 is the 14 of adulthood.
Of your 20s.
Yeah.
Dude, that's really funny. Who's that for? No one in particular.
No.
But it's very funny. And
Listen,
true.
You're 21 years old. You should be confused right now.
Yeah.
You don't really have a lot going on. As far as like being in a relationship, don't be in one. A relationship does not define you.
Go fuck a town.
Yeah, everyone and their mother, if you have to.
If you have to?
If you want to. Have to, want to.
If you want to have to.
If you want to.
You should pick a town that's open to that kind of thing.
But, and then as far as like starting like cosmetology school and whatever, like there's so many different ways to get your cosmetology license now where you don't have to actually go to school. You can apprentice a salon and then go to classes once a month or do it online or, as far as like the theory goes and doing the practical or whatever. And a lot of that stuff is learned behind the chair anyway.
Why can't she go yet?
I mean, maybe money, but try and be an assistant for someone. Find a salon in your area that is a good teaching salon. Ask about what their in-salon education is. There's so many different avenues that you can do and go about as far as like your cosmetology license. Like if you want, you can send me a DM and I will talk to you about all of that. Seeing people that you graduated with getting engaged and married at 21 is a huge kind of like red flag for me.
Yeah, man. Just because you're still in proximity close to all those people.
Yeah.
Maybe you haven't moved out or maybe you don't plan to move out from where you were right on top of everyone in like high school. Don't compare yourself to people.
No, I think that's what a lot of people end up doing is that they end up comparing. I was having this conversation with a friend the other day about a different related subject, but along the same lines as don't compare yourself to other people because their journey is not your journey.
Especially after like in high school, you're right on top of everyone and you're all getting the same work and the same grades on the same work. And then you go into life, especially if you don't go to college, and it's like you scatter from everybody else. And you could do similar things to people, but it's now you're an adult and your timeline is your own. Like when you have certain experiences and when things happen to you are kind of like, they're not as run of the mill as they were in high school. You have to put yourself in certain positions to have certain experiences. And it's gonna, one of your friends is gonna get married at 21. One of your friends is gonna get married at 45.
Yeah.
And none of those things are wrong.
No, it's not. But it's like also, your friends that are getting married and having babies right now, they're going to have different hardships than you are with what they have. You know,
because now it doesn't matter when shit happens. Right. It's all going to come with its own set of like circumstances.
Right. And then it's all of these other things that end up happening. Like, be thankful that you're not married with a kid and whatever, because you don't have to worry about feeding that child, housing that child, clothing that child, doing all of these things, especially if you're feeling like a little bit lost and confused. How about figure out what you need to do for you in order to take care of everything else?
Yeah.
Because all of that stuff will come. There's no timeline on that. Great. Some of your friends found the love of their lives. They've been together since they were 14. Great. I have friends that were together since high school and they're still together now. They have 3 beautiful kids, blah, 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 all of the things. But that's not everyone's timeline. Right, I dated a kid in like high school for a second.
Before me?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have you seen me?
It's just kind of I said that.
Anyway, his parents were high school sweethearts or like middle school sweethearts. And that's what he wanted. And I was like, no. That's not. I don't think this is going to last more than 2 weeks, my dude.
Yeah. They used to call you Zoya 2 weeks back in the day.
No. But he was like pushing for it and like wanted it so tough. And I was like, that's not normal.
Can't do it.
For me, that's not normal, you know? So don't compare yourself. Figure out what it is that you need to do. If going to school is your priority, figure out how to do that.
Doug,
first.
see what comparing yourself does. That kid who dated you for a second compared his life to his parents' life and said, I want what they have. And because of that, he fucked up his chances with somebody who's beautiful well into their 50s. Patreon.com is a virtual Tippy rewards website.
Dead. He's dead after this.
Where you give us a little bit of your hair down money, and we say thank you at the end of every show. And it sounds
so
a
fucking
little
rude.
Something like this.
Mr. Howard, Jay the Fifth, Ryan Cruteau.
No, you gotta say it good.
No.
Say it good. Say it good.
No, not when you just pissed me off.
Why? What happened?
You said I was well into my 50s, bitch.
I don't think I remember hearing about that.
Calling you a bitch reminds me of your mom so much, and her calling your dad a bitch, and it's just so funny.
It's not nice to call people a bitch.
It's very funny.
What if I called you a bitch? You'd have a little hissy fit.
Yeah, you die.
See?
Yeah, it's different. There are exceptions to the rule. Joseph Capricuccio. Shannon Haynes. Ernesto, Raja Knows, Luis and Odette, Lauren Chauncey, Paul Gilliam, Derek Helling, Steve Deergo, Chris McCarthy, Trevor the Werefishy, Happy Birthday Starlight, JJ McToots, Rachel Last Name, Connie Tryon, Mr. and Mrs. Hot Potato Head, Antero Baez, Frankie Matos Music, Johnny Rosito Handcrafted Neckwear, CCPB and J, Adman, Emily Paget, Caleb Perkins, Giant Tom Hanks, Lizzie Love, Gavin Welsh, Someone Tell Aaron, Jackie Hammond, Paige Jansen.
Someone tell Aaron, for Christ's sake, it's been too long.
Guy with Long Hair, Chris Johnson, Anna Vallis, Benjamin Putz, Beth Bush, Christina Camille, Josh Cadeau, Michael Johnson, Kayla Johnston, Jules Run, Grant Levisier, Chad Clark, What is Cat, Katie Taylor, Joe Ban, Milky Beans, Jess Enright, Lillian Carrillo, Magnus, Barrington Lloyd Lovett, Ben Fuchs, Theodorus Karen Bellis, Janisha Tutton, Danny Sinclair, Jacob D. Bradford, Justine Beebestein, Just Josh, Sergeant Sparty, Ed Birch, Helen Ford, Illuminos, Superfloss, it's Tatiana Day, Danielle Di Verona, Rob, Dev, Robero, Jesse Stillwell, Katie Lee G, Dev Robert, fucking shit, Rob Devereux, Don Bior, Luis Hernandez, Alexander Legowski, Felicia Shimberry, and Matthew J. Pelka. You guys, thank you so much for listening. We love you, and we'll talk to you next week.